Hai tuần.
Important tasks of receiving goods. So A, count all the goods and compare with the POs. B, receive the goods and input into the database. So the question number 3, what is the most important aspect of shipping? So the answer is 100% on-time deliveries. So number 4, what is the main job for the warehouse department? So the answer is all goods counted and played correctly on the shelves.
Okay.
So
So now we hope that you understand the priority of the warehouse. They have a million other duties. It's true. But now you kind of understand the priority. Okay. Team number 2.
Bị làm gì có gai vậy?
Chào rất cũ.
So questions for team number 2 is about production. So question number 1 is, what is the name of the main process that all assemblers need to follow at ASCENX? So the answer is SOP process, which is standard operating process. And question number 2 is, what are the main documents in a bag of an assembler? There's three answers, which is the traveler, bomb, and drawing. Question number 3 is, why do you need to check all documents before you begin an assembly? The first answer is be sure all documents match. The second answer is so not to waste time, and the last answer is not to waste materials. The last question is what should you do before and after you work in production area? So, which is clean up your area.
okay, team 3. Team 3, production 2. Question number 1, what is the most important goal of production? Achieve 100% customer satisfaction with our assemblies and 100% good quality. And question number 2, what are the three most important aspects of the production team? 1 is training, 2 meet expectation, and 3 follow policy and procedures. Question number 3, what are the 3 important things to remember about working in production? Number 1 is first, safe work environment. Number 2, motivate and develop the employees. And 3, protect the company asset. And question number 4, what does soldering mean? The answer is a process used to join metal parts to form a mechanical or electrical bond. That's the 4 questions. Team 4.
Team number 4.
We have question and answer of group 4. Number 1, what do people in QC do? A, they inspect and test product to ensure that our part meet customer expectation. B, meet their spec for customer documentation. And our answer is A, they inspect and spec products to ensure that our part meet customer expectation. Question 2, what is the quality standard that we are certified for? And the answer is ISO 9001 2012. And the question 3, what do you do when your part is rejected by QC and you receive NCM with a red card? And the answer is read the NCM and talk to the QC person who will check the part to understand what was wrong. And number 4, which employee in QC has been there the longest? And the answer is Mr. Chi-Win.
Come on, Chris. Come on, Chris.
Mr. Chi-Win is Miss Home Lover.
For those of you who don't know me, my name is Chris. I work at ASCENX. And this one, Team 5 is about planning. What's your name? Chris? Chris Thomas?
Okay, Chris Thomas. Can I get a date of birth?
Yeah, 1990. Okay.
Get the last 8 digits on your credit
Don't be
card.
shy, man. Don't be shy.
My mother's maiden name too, right? Yeah.
Maybe your address. while you're at it.
So you might be wondering, wow, we have a planning team, but what do? Well, they plan and monitor projects from beginning to end. And you're like, wow, this amazing planning team has how many people? 3. 3. Uh-huh. Can the planning team stand up? Can we give them a round of applause?
Stand up.
They're not here.
You miscount.
So you might be wondering, what's the most critical piece of the planning process? It's to be sure the materials are available to process the order on time. Because without materials, can't really do anything, can you? And name 2 of the 4 documents that the planner releases with the work order. You already know. It's the BOM, drawing, the COC, and the pick list. Number 6. Number 6.
Questions. The first question says,
Wait, làm lại nhá.
the first question says, how many buyers does the team have, including the manager? 4. The second question says, where are the buyers located? 2 in Fremont, 1 in Texas, and 1 in Vietnam. Anyone know the buyer in Vietnam? Yeah. Okay.
Bye.
And the third question, how many parts did we order in June? What do you guys think? How many parts?
Oh, that's a tough one.
A million.
You know what? We're very lucky.
Really?
We guessed the right amount, 1,000 parts. We ordered. Yeah. And the last question is, how many vendors do we work with yearly? 380.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, I'm done.
First of all, you guys, I want to say thank you very much for participating. I felt we had 100% participation.
Really? 100?
Yes, hopefully you guys learned something by understanding the areas that are important, things that are important to the areas throughout the office, so that next time you have an issue and you go to that department, you kind of have a good feeling about what their priority is, and then how you guys can work together to resolve the problem. So you guys did excellent. Tim is going to do things for about another 30 minutes,
Yes.
and then we are going to go line up. The food truck is in the parking lot over here. You get your food and you come here and you enjoy your lunch. You sit on that side, it's all the way from that table all the way over, so you can have a shady side, okay? And thank you guys very much.
Thank you, Diane.
No, we don't have to go to work?
No.
Really?
No. I'm overriding.
Good. Okay, so for
maybe some of the new employees, you don't know me. My name is. Well, you may see me like this, right? Okay, good. So, pretty happy that we are here. Unfortunately, you know, like Amber is not here. I want everybody to come. I was hoping that everyone would come. Okay, but you know, I know sometimes it's far, and this will be the first. Well, we will continue to do more and more of this, especially later on if we move to the new building. My goal is to continue to try to build our company up, and we cannot do it without everyone here and more, right? Because I think even Anphong, he has a few engineers in Vietnam also, and then Mai is in Vietnam, right? So we all work together to try to continue growing the company. And as we grow, then I think we can help out more people, right? And more people who join our company will be able to see, and we're trying to build a good environment. That's the goal, right? Is to continue building it up, help out, you know, those people who, you know, may be unfortunate, less fortunate than us. And then as we grow, we build up, then I think we have more chances of helping here and also Vietnam. That's always the goal. Okay. So before we start with this was Diane's idea. I thought it was a great idea. We were gonna go to Great America and we're gonna do this and that, but I thought maybe we should do a team building event, right? And then we will continue to look for more team building event because I think it's time to the idea is to have a team. We come together, and then my goal is to also recognize some of the employees that have done excellent job. And this is not me. This is your managers and your leads that want to recognize you for your work, and then they tell me, and then I will, you know, then I have a small reward, and so hopefully, you know, we will continue to encourage everybody to, you know, put out good work, and then as your manager sees you, I feel that you will get rewarded and recognized. Okay? It's a small award, but the important thing is that we recognize your work, and I think that's more important than anything else. Okay, so I have a few. This is all. See, I wrote out notes because I don't remember them all. But there's a few employees that I want to recognize. But before that, okay, we didn't get to where we are without my staff. My staff from Anphong, Anton, who's not here, Chị Kim. She works 6 days a week, every week for the last maybe 2 years. Maybe she gets a day off here and there, some vacation time, but she puts out a lot of hours. And then behind her is Vang An, right? Vang An comes in at 6 in the morning, maybe 7 sometime, and then she goes home around 6. That is crazy hours. So this is not me, this is us. This is us. We do this together. And without them, without Moon Hee managing purchasing, right? Without Ji Hua, before Ji Hua is Emily. You remember Emily? Right? So without them, it would be impossible for us to be where we are today. I get to do the easy job. I go to see customers, I get yelled at customer, and then I say, yes sir, okay, yeah, I'm sorry. That's easy. Huh? Drinking every day, eating, getting fat, right? That's easy job, right? But without, you know, Moon Hee, Yihua, Amber, Stacy, who's probably late on her way here, you know, because she works until like 2 or 3 a.m. last night. I was still texting with her about some issues that we had. So without them, there was no way that we could have done what we do, right? But more importantly, behind them behind them are you. So that's why I think it's very important that we recognize you, right? And so I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. I think it's very difficult to be where we are, but I still think we have a long way to go. Long way to go. And every day I pull and Phong in and I cry with him, and we have to do this, we have to do that, and he's like, you know, don't worry, we'll do it. But you know, it takes a lot of dedication from you, and so without that, I wouldn't be able to do what we do. So thank you. Okay. First, I want to recognize a few individuals here.
Anh Vinh chuẩn bị lên
First,
năm sĩ anh Vinh.
Thúy, Tổ hay Tô? Stand up.
Đúng vậy, năm sĩ vậy.
Thúy nha. Ở bà ngoại rồi. Thúy nha. Before I asked the manager to send me, you know, the recognition, right? So I can receive some. So Thúy, very committed person, key person to support customers like UCT. Catch up job very fast. Any job that's not complete, we send it to her. And she does it. Okay? 100% on time. 98% in terms of quality, 2% defect. QC, yes or no? Very good attitude. She can work by herself and also work together as a team. Right? Thank you. Huh? I know. Yes. Second is one win. 199. Okay. Also, key person for Zeiss and KLA, right? KLA and Zeiss. Anything that's new, we send it to her. And things that are small, like the Google job, wow, amazing. She does really, really good work. Good crimping, 100% on time, 98% quality, and 2% defect. She can work together and lead a group, right? And she can work in a team as well as independent. I think that is so important for us. Thank you, One. One more. Patricia, 288. Patricia. Thank you. Same thing. Patricia can work on all harnesses. That's really crazy. Completing harness for SPT, UCT, very high quality, right? 90% on time, 100% high quality. That is very very detail oriented, work in a team as well as independent. So without Tui, One, Patricia, of course all of us, but we want to recognize the work that they did, right? So thank you. Okay. Now, then, this is important, okay? Vân Anh is, I think, I asked Kim, Cô Kim, you know Kim, tell me, and then she gave me 3 names, and then Vân Anh's name is on there. So, she's a supervisor. Yes. And so, actually, this is not supposed to be for her, but I think it's important to recognize her too, right? Because the work that she does. I say from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. almost every day, every working day, sometimes Saturday. When I asked her to come in Saturday, she said, no, I don't want my team to work overtime. She always protects her team, right? And I think that's pretty nice and very important. But it affects me. Like I cannot go and say no to customers, right? But here's some feedback. Very good organizational ability, excellent supervisor in charge of production, keeps a group motivated always, works tirelessly, and contribute to the success of cable and also helping out with box build, right? Continue to be key player for production, for planning with production. Really try for 100% quality, 0 defects. And the work that she's done, her manager, Kim, is very, very appreciative. Okay, so thank you, Anne. Unload. He's responsible for our tooling. You know, before that, it's not his job, right? It was not his job. And then he probably didn't know much of it. We just say, you know, you take it. I told Henry, you go, you make him successful. Okay? So he's responsible for tooling. He adapted very quick. He trained teams to do their work. When Phil started and John started, he trained them to do the SPT, right? And he worked with them to try to get the harness out. I'm sorry, not SPT and also Texon, right? Texon is important. I don't want to say yes, but it's very important to us. We make Texon successful, we have a very, very good future, okay? So that's why I always say, it's hard for me to say no, right? He's done a great job. When Ann is out for 2 weeks, I think he stepped up to help with supervising the team, right? So I think Ko Kim is very appreciative of that. Thank you, love. Then, Hà đâu em? Actually, Hà is recognized by not just one manager, 2 managers. Yeah. Not just one, by 2. She does very high quality work, always alert, never sleeping. She always inspect her work, try to assure quality. I think that's very important, right? She leads the kidder team, right? And routinely always volunteer to do the tough, heavy load type work, okay? She's an excellent kidder, always check and help out to close out Max for us. Not done yet, but she's trying, because I know Chris will go after her. Always does really good job, and she recently was promoted to leader of the group. So I think that's very important. Okay. Now, in QC, there are 2 persons that we want to thank you, and it's being recognized by your manager. Okay? Lito, Vicente, where is he? And Caesar.
Yeah.
Okay, both Lito and Caesar. Okay, this is your boss. I wrote it down. I asked everyone, and you know, no one responded. Okay, very dedicated. We thank you for your dedication. Right, I know sometimes it's very tough, especially when you're new to our team. But your dedication, and I think you're willing to help and work, really shows and help, and that's why you learn. And then you adapt to our team very fast, okay? You're very committed to our company's business goal. This is from your boss, not me. I didn't even know. It's really bad, but I didn't know. Very high skill and very important. You have very, very pleasant personality. Always trying to work with people and helping people out. So thank you, Caesar. And okay, now there's a group that is important for us, and I think you all know that group.
Teacher.
And before this, I'm not just saying this because he has done a good job with other business for us, but because I came to him, I said I need somebody to lead the box build, mechanical box build, and he is tough. He's tough. He's tough on me because he cares and he wants us to be successful. Okay? And that's Hiền.
Yeah.
Hiền by himself. By himself. He jumped on after we, some of our team left to join other company, and he said, okay, so what do we do? And I said, well, I don't know what to do. He said, okay, don't worry, this is what we're gonna do. Okay? And then he makes me feel comfortable, although he's very tough on me. You don't know, every Saturday, if I come to work, if he's here at work, I try to come late. But still, he catch me, and we spend 1 hour, 2 hours. We sit and we talk and we plan, and some very good ideas always come out of that. And so sometimes it's very frustrating, sometimes it's very stressful for me, but still, I listen and I try to implement. And then next thing I know, I go to Phong. I said, Phong, we need to do this, we need to do that. He gets a lot of pressure. Okay? So Hiền, he came in, help us rebuild or build the box build team. And I think it's slowly coming along because I see the result. Okay? So then first I want to thank Hiền for his work. Okay? Because without that, we would have a lot of issues with box build because it would be tough for Jigim and Vang An to deliver the cable. Why? Because we always push them to do cable until Hiền comes along and say, Amber, Vang An, Jigim, I need cable for boxes. Okay? So I know it's tough, but without that, we won't be able to ship a lot of boxes. So I want to thank him for that. That's very important. We ship some very difficult SPT products. We continue to ship KLA products. And I have some very, very, future opportunity for both of those companies. And I believe that he will help us. But I asked him, who do you want to recognize in your group? He doesn't want to recognize one person, but he's recognizing the entire group. But I said, no, I cannot. I don't have money. So he wants to choose one person, but it's for that whole team, the whole box build team. Where are the box build team? Right. Right. So Hướng, Thịnh, Trung, Tuấn is now joining box build. So that's really good. So I want to thank you, and we will do this. Okay. There's still a lot of work. Okay. And just because we did not recognize you doesn't mean that we don't appreciate your work. Like I know sometimes the engineering team, I put a lot of pressure on you, but it doesn't mean that I don't appreciate you because I don't recognize you. You are very important to us because if you don't do the work you do, it's very difficult for this team to assemble the product, right? So they are important, but today I want to recognize these individuals. I want to thank each of you for the work that you did. Okay? Questions? Thank you. Okay, lastly, I don't just recognize, okay? So for your paycheck, you will have a small reward for being recognized, okay? So I think, I don't know, maybe Jihua did it already, so hopefully we'll try to process so you have a separate check coming for the work as a small bonus, okay? Okay. Okay, done. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you to Tim. Okay, you guys, so there's a food truck. They're not allowed to come onto the parking ground. So if you just take this path right there, it goes goes right to that parking lot. You get in line for your food. He'll give you a plate, utensils, napkins, and all of that. And then you can come and sit in the shade areas and enjoy your lunch and enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you, guys. And you're ready. So go on over there. Let's
Dắt đi ăn rồi. Hẹn được 500 hả?
Chris, what happened to you? Chris, what happened to you? You good?